Good morning, everyone. It is the 9th of August. It is the day after the peak of the Lionsgate portal. How are you feeling? It was the new moon yesterday. How are you feeling about that? The new moon in Leo. And we're here live. We're just going to do some beautiful messages for this brand new week. And also, I am going to tell you all about my brand new Angelic Circle, of which I am inviting you to become a member. So I hope you will want to join me in that when I've explained what it's all about and how much it is and what you get from it, or the value. So if you'd like to hear about Angelic Circle, if you just want to have a little peruse around what it will involve, what it's all about, then just stick around, my loves, at the end of this live and I will tell you all that I know. So good morning to Marianne, good morning to Laura Savage, good morning to Nicole South, Elaine Sagar. Hello everyone, how are you doing? Hello my loves. Do you like my little pick a mushroom this morning? That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be picking a mushroom. There's a story behind these mushrooms. And Barbara Phipps is watching as well. And Josie Longchamps, good morning. Hello everyone, how are you? I've got 11 of you. That's a really magical number right there. So I'm feeling the magic already. Do you like my little scene at the back? Little magical scene. I thought, well, let's have some magic this morning. We've got ice calcite sphere. We've got a selenite sphere. We've got our unicorn horn twisty crystal there. Our beautiful angel holding a aura quartz sphere. All the spheres today. I'm feeling spherical. And then we've got our magical unicorn. So Barbara Phipps is kicking things off with stars, and thank you so much. You're sending me 50 stars and I really appreciate your support, my love. Thank you. If you want to send stars, you'll see there's a little stars icon at the bottom of the screen if you're watching the replay, or if you're watching this live on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, you won't know what I'm talking about. But you can send stars. They are 1 cent each, so you can send as many or as few as you like, but every little star all adds up. And what it means is I can get lots of lovely little tools and accessories for the page and for these lives. So it just adds a bit of value and it adds a bit of colour, doesn't it? Lisa Millard is here. Good morning, Lisa. Diane Andrews is watching. I'm glad you love the mushrooms, Nicole, because I love them too. I'll tell you where I got them from in a moment. Jerry O'Kane, good morning, my darling. Good morning to Natalie, Rosa and Fiona Killeen. I'm very well, Fiona. How are you? Thank you for asking. Leslie Stone, happy anniversary to you and your lovely husband. You were babysitting your grandson. Oh, there's nothing nicer, is there? That's gorgeous. Well, have a lovely baby cuddles with your grandson. Tori Hunt is watching. How are you doing, Tori? And we've got Marianne, who's just brought me stars. Thank you so much, darling. I really appreciate it. Danielle Bowen is here. Good morning to you, my love. Or good evening, should I say, because you were down there in the Gold Coast in Australia, aren't you? Lucky thing. And we've got Gemma Crow. Good morning. Right, can we all just send lots of hearts to Gemma Crow? Can everybody hit the heart button? Go, 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 hit heart, because we all support one another on this page, don't we? And when there's something really special and important that we've got to send love for, then we got to do that. And so I want to say huge congratulations to Gemma Crow, because she has just got the approval copy of her book, the first printed copy of her book, which is coming out soon. If you want to know all about that, then follow Gemma Crow, and you can find out about her amazing book on creativity. And so congratulations, darling. I'm so happy for you. And especially you got that on a new moon, right? And the Lionsgate portal, how amazing is that? And Danielle's picking her mushroom already. So get mushroom picking this morning. Pippa Chalkin is here. And good morning to Jennifer Sylvia, who's congratulating Gemma. That's so lovely that you all support one another. And you had heaps of cuddles with a 3-month granddaughter over the weekend, Robin Steele. How lovely is that? Well, I had lots of hugs with Gemma Crow and Laura Binding this weekend, because I went to stay in Laura's cottage with Gemma. And this is where I got these amazing mushrooms. Aren't they so cute? They're actually made of ceramic and fired. And so they're each of them are really different, but aren't they gorgeous? So whichever mushroom you pick is telling you something important. So we've got that lovely mottly one, and then we've got this green kind of almost like aqua green and olive green in there as well. So get picking your mushrooms. And then we will start with our angel messages for the week. So I'm bringing in the Angel Tarot deck. Now, I took my really fancy tarot deck away with me for the weekend. So I've got the grotty ones that are all dog-eared. So sorry about that. Good morning, Andrea McSkimming. Good morning to, oh, it keeps telling me the same names coming up. Aisling, thank you so much. And thank you for sending your love. That's really lovely. And Jackie Blaney's watching as well. Good morning to you, Jackie. All right. Ooh, these cards are frisky this morning. I don't know what's going on with them. So we'll have two cards. Oh, Vicky Ray, you caught me live. See, Vicky normally has to watch the replay on YouTube, don't you, darlings? But you're here. And I really appreciate that. And thank you for the stars, Nicole. Thank you ever so much. That is really kind. So please excuse the dog-eared looking cards that I'm using. And I have also somewhere... Oh, do you know what? All my cards are in my bag upstairs, so I'm going to use the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Why not? Because it's the new moon yesterday. So we're going to use this. Mandy Moo Barton, good morning to you. So I was telling the others before, so if you missed my little intro, I'm going to be talking about my new Angelic Circle that is launching on the 1st of September, but you can be part of it. You can have a monthly or an annual subscription. So if you want to know about it, what it entails and what you get from it, all of the goodies that I'm going to be bringing you with that, stick around at the end, okay? And thank you for the stars, Andrea. I'm so appreciative of that. So what is this week bringing for us? Let's talk about this week first of all. Let's move my light so we've got a little bit more illumination. So this is the first half of the week. After this, the aftermath of the peak of the Lionsgate portal, the luckiest star aligning with the sun, and it's not being blocked in any way, so it's getting its strength up there in the cosmos. So what lucky things is it bringing to us? Oh, look at this now. See, I told you about these cards. They're very loved. They're very loved, this version of my angel card deck. And I tend not to bring them out for live readings because obviously this is a bit shabby, but they're super powerful because they're the ones that the original cards that I got when I first started reading angel cards. So we have the Eight of Fire. Now, we are in the 8th month and we had the 8th of the 8th yesterday. So it's only fitting that we should have the 8 coming out. And the fire energy, of course, is very suitable, very appropriate because we're in Lionsgate portal, we're in Leo lion season, and Leo is a fire sign, so there's super fire energy. We're all getting charged up with passion. So Leo wants to ask you, what are you passionate about right now? What do you need to channel your passion into? It could be a love relationship. It could be something that you love doing, because Leo and the 5th house, which Leo occupies in the zodiac wheel, is all about love. It's the heart. And so we need to ask ourselves, if I'm passionate about something, I need to take that passion and I need to put it out there in the world in whatever shape it takes. And you see, the 8 of Fire is one of those cards where it says there's no blocks. There's nothing going to stand in your way. So wherever you want to direct that energy of yours, the universe is just going to step aside and go, we've just fired the starting gun. What are you waiting for? Why are you still in that position of, on the starting blocks? You need to go. You need to start running the race of your life. So you can't see on here because the bit of the card has fallen off. But it says events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So they could be, where you stuck different irons in the fire. So while you're waiting for one iron to get hot, you stick another one in, and it's one of these where everything just explodes into action. So be careful what you wish for, because you could end up running around all over the place. You could find that you've got multiple dreams coming to life. You could find that there's multiple avenues of passion that suddenly start to explode in front of you and are asking for your attention. But the one thing about this card is it's saying to you, you have the power, you have the energy to be able to do all of these things at once, because if it wasn't right for you, it wouldn't have happened. So don't start to get hung up on, oh, do I do this or do I do that? You can have it all. You can chase all of those dreams. You can open all of those doors and keep popping in and out of each of them. So isn't that wonderful? I'm so happy to report that we're starting the week with that. And I've just seen Laurie Fantasia coming in with 100 stars and a little lion face and a heart. So thank you, Laurie. How are you doing, my love? So our second message for the second half of it, I'm going to take that out because it's just getting in the way, isn't it? So our second message is the moon. So isn't that interesting? We've got the 8 and the 9. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing in the Angelic Circle is I've really rejigged it, I've rebooted it. There's just going to be so much fabulous content, and we're going to be learning all about the tarot deck, how to read cards, how to interpret the messages within those cards for yourself and for others. And it's not just about divination. We can use them for journaling. We can use them to help us to understand the lessons and the blessings that are surrounding us. We can help them for life purpose, for health, for all kinds of things. And so the progression of the numbers in tarot it tells a beautiful story, because the 8 is about action. It's about, I was born for this, I'm ready for this. And the 9 is to keep on going. 9 energy is you're nearly there. 8, you're getting that whole kind of momentum going. You've got that explosion of energy. You've got those doors flying open. The 9 is then, what will I do with that? What will I do from there on in? Because the 8 energy is about that whole kind of concept of the baton being passed to you. You know, so we use the race analogy. So you get the baton, you're in the race, you're running with the baton. And then all of a sudden, that's where the doubts creep in, where you start to say to yourself, everything's going really well. I think I might just have to start sabotaging this because I don't deserve it. Or you start to think about what could go wrong. You start to think about, what if I drop the baton? What if my momentum has been created and now I have to keep it going? And am I capable of doing this? So we have this really powerful figure, this archangel. Sorry, I'm so eager to tell you the message. My mouth kind of couldn't catch up with my brain then. Archangel Haniel. And she always tells us she's the guardian of the moon. So you can see the big moon up there in the sky. And the moon is the mind. It represents the mind. And it's very much about, our mind can be an incredibly powerful tool, a weapon in, the fight of our lives. It can also be our biggest adversary, because we get into our ego then. And we start to tell ourselves things, or the ego starts to get in the way and starts to try and undermine us. And so, as we get to the end of the week, you have 2 choices, because the moon is all about choices. So we have the choice to start to look back and start to say, oh my goodness, things are scary, they're dangerous. Is this the right route for me? Am I good enough? Can I do this? Is this going to ruin things? Should I just stay where I am? Should I just forget all of this momentum that I've achieved, or this passion that I've got? Maybe I should just not do it because it's safer. Or can I do it? Am I just pretending to be something I'm not? But then, if she would only look this way, she would see that she's got this faithful dog. She's got Lassie there waiting for her. He's incredibly intelligent. He's intuitive. He has her best interests at heart. So this is like the battle that we have with our lower self and our higher self. This is a battle with the ego and the part of you that's conscious somewhere in the cosmos that knows why you're here and knows what the next step is. And Archangel Haniel wants you to say, whoa, hold up a second. You've come so far. And I'm trying to speak to you through your intuitive self. I'm trying to get these messages to you that there's a lot going on in the background. And I want you to release those fears. You may feel as though you are held hostage by these fears, but you're not, because your hands are free. You can untie yourself. And actually, this is also a message about looking back into the past and also looking into the future, because the only thing that we have is the present. So even as we think of past things, we are in the present doing that. And as we project ourselves forward into the future, as we make wishes, or we imagine our life in the future and how that might be, or we worry about the future, we're doing that in the present. So we're stealing the present moment, and the present moment is the biggest gift you have. So I really love this because the messages have this kind of sequential energy about them, that you are all powerful. You always have been. It's just that maybe you haven't been able to see what that looked like in the 3D, and now it's coming. And then here you are going, oh, can I handle it? Am I up for it? Can I do it? Can I deal with it? What am I going to do with all of this good stuff? Well, you're going to stand within your power and you're going to release your fears. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to say, I'm never there. You might think you're there with this card, but you're never there. Because we're always climbing a new mountain. We've always got a new goal. We're always stretching ourselves. So we'll never get there wherever there is. It's all about the idea of getting there, which is being in the present. So those are those really interesting messages for us today. And I love that an archangel has shown up for us. And then this second cards deck that I'm using here is called the Queen of the Moon Oracle. I know you love to see the card decks because I love it too. You know, when I see other people using different cards, it's very inspiring. It's the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. And the card we have here is Boundaries. Oh, this is really interesting. The number 12, which when we add 1 and 2 together, we get 3. So 3s are always milestones. They're milestone energy. And so you have choices this week, and you can see boundaries, you can create boundaries. We can always feel like something's out of reach. We can sabotage ourselves by putting a bubble around ourselves. So this card can be interpreted in so many different ways, because it can be about, you know, when I see something good coming my way, I shut it down because I'm afraid of good stuff. Because aren't I supposed to be having hassles and bad things happening to me? Or you could be like, I don't deserve it. Or I just don't believe it's going to happen, so I shut it down. It could also be about putting a protective bubble around yourself in terms of making sure that none of that sabotaging stuff gets in your way. So, you know, like when something really good is happening for you in your life, and you tell somebody who's close to you, you're so excited and you tell them, and then they literally have a needle and then they burst your balloon. They go, oh, well, how's that going to work? Oh, how much are you getting paid to do that? Or, oh, because some of it can be jealous, some of it can be that they're just trying to protect you because they've got their own fears that they're projecting onto you. So this is really interesting. I want to just put this to you so that you can personalize this message. What boundaries are you setting for yourself where you are missing out, where you are protecting yourself and being overly protective? And where do you need to put a boundary around, you know, this is your life, and other people have very, you know, clear opinions on how we should live our lives, don't they? And what's good or bad or ugly about us. But that's none of our business, because we're in the business of living our own life. And that's all you need to know about. So what does this boundary card mean to you, and what important milestone are you at where a boundary may be coming up for you, or you need to protect yourself? So I'm going to leave it there with that, because that is a very personal card, I feel. I love those messages. I hope you did too. And let's get on to the more personal ones, the more interactive ones. So we've got our mushrooms here. Yes, very poignant, Gemma. I'm just going to say some hellos while you decide which mushroom to choose. Mushroom 1, the orange. Mushroom 2, the mottled yellow. And mushroom 3, the greens. Maureen McMahon, Vanessa Jaworski. That's easy for me to say. Bridget Fitzgerald, Karma Morgan, and Diane Andrews, and Sonal Shah, JD, Tracy Thompson, Brain Corrin, Lisa Millard. I'm not sure if I said hello already. Thank you for the stars, Hayley, Layla. Thank you for watching. And I think, Margaret Cockburn, and Laurie's saying, you're a self-saboteur. Oh, yes, I know. I do that all the time. Diane Andrews and Pat Neely, good morning to you. If I've missed you, if I haven't mentioned you, good morning, Hazel Kings. She always brings a butterfly with her, don't you? And Yvonne Heyman, if I've missed anyone, please do drop a comment, because it's easier for me to see the comments. Tracy, good morning, than it is for me to see who's popped on. Okay, I think I'm there. I think I'm there with saying hello to everyone. Right, let me... Oh, hi, Sue Stainer. Thank you for the stars, Gemma. Katie Marcella is watching as well. Good morning. All right, so let's talk about these mushrooms. Now, we went into this beautiful little gift shop. I went into many beautiful little gift shops in Exmoor this weekend. It's not Devon, it's Exmoor. I went to stay in a beautiful cottage with my friend Laura's cottage, and Gemma was there. We had the best time, and we were there for the Lionsgate Portal weekend. How amazing is that? We went stargazing. We just had lots of food and wine and laughter, and we hugged a few trees as well. So it was an all-in weekend, and I bought these little mushrooms in a gift shop because I thought they'd be fantastic for our pick a card reading this morning. So I got them straight out. So if you picked mushroom number 1, your message, well, first of all, we'll talk about the colour of the mushroom. So we've got this lovely bronze colour and then the orange. And we did have rather a good laugh about didgeridoos as well. Didgeridoo, Gemma Crow, you are a legend. So anyway, the orange mushroom is all about the sacral chakra. It's this pure orange. The sacral chakra is the second energy center in the body, the second chakra. It is around the navel area. It's all about creation, creativity. What are you creating? What are you passionate about? What makes your heart sing? And it's all about being in the moment, being in the present. So that's a message for you right there with the mushroom. It's very important that you stay in the present, and that you just channel all your energy on creating, on being happy and joyful, because it's your birthright. It's really important. So our 2 cards this morning, we've got the mindfulness cards, these lovely rainbow cards. I got these from Aldi. They're brilliant. So I don't know if they still got them. Last time I went, they still had a few. And I'm using, for the second cards, I'm using the Oracle of the Unicorns, because we've got a unicorn in the background. I was feeling having a unicorn moment. Now, when I've given you your message, if you want to just stay on the live while I talk about my Angelic Circle, I would love it if you want to hear about that and hear what's involved with that, because the doors are officially open to register for that this morning. So here we have our mindfulness card for you if you chose the orange mushroom, and your message is look out for silver linings. So this is all about being present. Let us be present, because when we stay present, we can see all of the good stuff that is there for us. So they say every cloud has a silver lining. Every mushroom has a bronze lining. And there's always something good within whatever we perceive to be bad or downright difficult and arduous. There's always something really amazing. There's always a blessing in disguise. So you may have had something happen to you lately that has made you question things, that has made you feel down, but not out, because you're never out. So if there's been lots of crappy things happening around you, or if something comes up this week and you're thinking, oh no, why me? I didn't want this. Try and see the lesson, the blessing, the magic within that, and the silver lining within it, because it's always something. Now, it may take you a while. You know, these things, they don't always work out in some kind of very beautifully potted way. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be like, you know, some kind of episode of your favourite TV show where they wrap out the storyline up at the end and all the characters learn an important lesson. Life doesn't work like that, does it? It's not a fairy story, but even in a few years' time, you will look back on this and you will be grateful, and you will see all of the benefits it had for you. So whatever is coming up for you or has come up for you lately, there is some really magical blessing within it, and that is your message. So your second card, I hope that resonates with you. So this is your message from the Oracle of the Unicorns. And we have growth. Look at that. So, the sacral chakra is very much about growth, because it is about, that is the place where we are created. It's where we're born, where we grow as babies in our mother's womb. And it's also about that conception of an idea, the growth of something, and change sits within the sacral chakra as well. So without change, we can have no growth, because the old stuff has to get cut away. It has to die off. It has to be moved out of our life in order for new things to come in. So, when we were kids, or when our babies were younger, and they were all small, and we used to put them in these lovely clothes. And do you remember that? They grow out of their shoes and their clothes really fast, and you used to be like, oh no, stop growing. But actually never stop growing. But never lose your youthful enthusiasm. So you can see that this beautiful little unicorn is growing, and they have this mentor, this lovely older unicorn watching over them and helping them to grow in all of the right ways. So this is about seeking out a mentor or a guide, taking baby steps as you grow. So remember, really, we don't see our babies growing by tiny little millimeters every day, but they do. And then, in a month's time, they're like, wow, they need new shoes, or, your hair growing, and you don't notice until 6 months later. It's, you look like a wild woman or something. So everything's growing all the time, but we can't see it. But be willing to learn from others. So there's a lot of learning and growth to be done for you if you chose this. And you may have also experienced some changes that have put you onto a growth path, that have almost forced you to seek out a mentor or a guru, and to grow beyond that situation, because you're bigger than that, because you've got so much potential, and now is the time for that to happen. Maybe you will grow in your spirituality and your connection to your angels through my angelic circle. Maybe I am your teacher, but you will teach me so much as well, which is why I need you. So it's this wonderful cycle and this circle of support that we give one another. So those are your messages. Stick around if you want to hear about Angelic Circle, because I'll be talking about that in a few minutes. So if you chose the second mushroom, let me just pop your cards here. And we've got this speckliness. Now, when I look at this mushroom, I see yellow. That's the predominant thing that I see. So I'm going with that, even though it has a more of a greeny, kind of earthy look to it when you get closer up. Yellow is the solar plexus chakra. And yellow is all about our vitality. It's about the light that we shine out into the world. It's a belief in ourselves, and it's about more of a kind of centralized thinking. So the lower chakras, the root and the sacral, tend to be connected to others. It tends to be, we're thinking about either a one-on-one relationship in the sacral chakra, or in the root chakra, we're thinking about our family, our tribe, our people that we're surrounded by. This is all about you. This is about you saying to yourself, where's my power? Where do I need to invest that power? What do I need to endure in order to get to where I want to be, so that I can really stick with it? It's all about being tenacious. It's about the energy that you have, and you can bring energy into yourself. Like if you're feeling really flat, amazingly, the more exercise you do, the more energy you have. It's a bizarre thing. So likewise, the more spiritual attunement you do, the more meditation, the more the more that you direct your energy towards developing your spiritual self, the more conscious and uplifted you become. And then you pass that on to others, because it's contagious. It's wonderful. But also, this is, these earthier colours are about saying, keeping your feet on the ground. So it's not about being completely selfish and self-centered and saying me, 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 my way or the highway. It's about saying, I understand that I understand where I came from. I feel like this is like, no matter how successful or detached you become, or you're cutting your own path, never forget all of the ancestry within you, the upbringing you had, the support you had. It's like, what I love is, I was obsessed with watching the Olympics, and I loved it when the Olympic champions would be interviewed after they won their gold medals. And the first thing they would say is, this isn't just me behind this medal, this is all of my physios and my coaches, and this is my parents who took me to practice, who spent a lot of money on me, who spotted my talent from being a really small child. And this mushroom kind of encompasses that sort of gratitude for, like, I'm in my own lane doing my own thing. I've got the power to do that, but I'll never forget where I came from, where that all came from. And I'll come back and I'll bring that wisdom, knowledge, and success back to the tribe, and I will support them in the ways that I can do that. So our message for you from the mindfulness cards is, let's just get some light on this. Make an effort to truly listen. Now, it's often easy to have our mind running at a million miles an hour thinking about all the other things that we've got to do. And somebody's trying to tell us something and they want to be heard, just like you want to be heard. You want somebody to listen really intently when you're telling them a story or something about yourself. You want somebody to listen to you. So you do the gesture of listening to them too. But I feel as though this message is not just about you hearing somebody when they're telling you something. It's about hearing what isn't being said. So people often say to me, oh, you're so lucky, you get all these messages from your angels, you get all of these signs and things. But that's because I'm listening out for them, because I've trained myself to see and to hear and to really connect with, knowing that those messages are around me constantly. And that if you listen out for them, you'll get so much input, so much wisdom from your guides and your angels. It is incredible. There's a wealth of important stuff for you if you truly listen out for it. Now, on that note, I've got this thing at the moment where I used to go, oh, my angels never give me feathers. A lot of people see white feathers or feathers around them when their angels are near, or loved ones in spirit are trying to say hi. And that never happened to me until my dad died. And I started to see feathers everywhere. And my angels have taken to doing this really weird thing where they actually leave a feather on my doorstep. So they don't just leave me a feather, they actually place it on the doorstep, because I feel as though that's like them affirming this is definitely from us. So when I got home from being away with my friends this weekend, my daughter got home about an hour before me, went in the house, it was light and everything, and she went in and shut the front door. And then I got home and she opened the front door and she's like, oh, hi, Mum, how are you? And I just looked down, and there, right on the doorstep, was this beautiful little feather. Isn't it so cute? And I went, oh, look, they left a feather for me. And she went, it wasn't there. I tell you, it wasn't there before. So that was definitely for me. So isn't that cute? That's adding to my collection of feathers that my angels left me. So make an effort to listen, to look, to really see. And your angels are communicating with you. So our second card from the Oracle of the Unicorns, I know, it's so sweet, isn't it? Is abundance. How beautiful. How beautiful is that? Look at that unicorn with the rainbow wings and the rainbow in the sky. So rainbows could be a thing, could be a sign. Take notice. Listen to, if there's a song playing, if there's anything with, somewhere over the rainbow, or you're a rainbow, there's loads of songs with rainbow in the lyrics. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. Listen out for them. Look out for them. Pay attention. How gorgeous is that? What a lovely message. This is one of my favourite cards in the deck. It's so nice. And Veronica's saying, you're ready for all the abundance in any form in your life. Well, that's good. It's good to be ready, Veronica, because our angels want to send us it all the time. They really do. And we already have a lot of abundance. We just need to listen out for it. We need to see where we're blessed. So those are your messages. Mushroom number 2. Come in mushrooms number 3. And Laurie, you've got this deck, but you never pulled that card. It's interesting, isn't it? I have certain decks where I've never pulled a certain card, and then it comes out and it's like, wow, it's like a rediscovery, isn't it, of that deck? So I'm glad you got that too. Now, if you chose little mushroom number 3, we've got this lovely combination of greens. Let me just shine a light on this. So we've got this almost aqua, almost kind of the colour of the ocean, mixed in with this lovely olive green. So all the greens, and green is the heart chakra. So it's very much about love, forgiveness, healing, what you love, who you love, do you love yourself, who do you need to forgive. A lot of the time we need to forgive ourselves most of all, don't we? And just that whole sort of message about being a healer and being healed. So what healing energies are coming your way, and where is it that you need to direct your healing into the world? Because we heal in so many different ways. Gemma Crow's just written a book about creativity, and that's a very healing pastime, and helping people to be creative and to have the courage, because creativity takes courage. So, she's healing through that. I heal through my messages here on this page. Others of you are hands-on healers. It's a fascinating thing. We're all healers in some way. Hi, Julie. So lovely that you just popped in. It's lovely to see you. And Julie's just sent some rainbows. Isn't that interesting? We just had the rainbow card. So what is your message if you chose number 3? Your mindfulness card is remember to be you, not them. Oh, I love this message. And look, we've got the green of the mushroom and the heart chakra there. Remember to be you, not them. So that goes back to that message about, when you tell people things and they don't react in the way that you want them to, or people give us advice, they're always really handy with the advice, aren't they? And it's really important for us to take that advice and add it into the mix. It's like a little bit of spice into the recipe of our lives, but we've got the main ingredients through our experiences and our talents and our inner wisdom. And if somebody's trying to push you down a certain route, if somebody's trying to be very forceful with their opinions, if somebody's said something to you that's hurtful, be you, not them. So it's, how sometimes like we have a bad experience, like we have an argument with somebody, and then we take that anger, that upset, and we dish it onto someone else. And let's not do that. Let's not be them. Let's not be that person who hurt us, and then we go and hurt somebody else, and then the whole world is full of everybody passing the baton of hurt around. Be you. Be you in a world where you can be anyone, be yourself. Because everyone else is taken, everybody's got their own way of doing things. You are not a cookie cutter, factory produced person. You are you, made up of all these lifetimes, all of this amazing DNA and these genes and these experiences in this lifetime as well. You're fascinating. You fascinate me. And then our second card from the Oracle of the Unicorns is, look at that. Isn't that interesting? So again, I always choose these cards and put them face down, and I don't know what's on them. We've got the exact same colours as the mushroom. I love the serendipity and the connectivity of these things. It always blows me away. And we've had so much of that, haven't we, when we do these weekly readings. So this is about flowing along. This is about just, flow with whatever changes are taking you on a certain journey. You can't fight the current, you just flow with it. But also go with the flow if things aren't changing, if things have reached some kind of stuck place, or you've been pushing against a door and it won't open. Just relax back into the flow, because things will change again. And these two unicorns are doing that. They're not battling against the elements, they're flowing along with them. Find an easier path forwards, surrender the outcome, release your expectations. Those should be written on a card and stuck up on your wall somewhere, for those of you who chose number 3. And that's your word of the year, Nicole South. There you go. I hope you chose number 3. Find an easier path forwards, surrender the outcome, release your expectations. Just flow, 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 flow. So speaking of flowing, we're going to flow into now the little chat about my angelic circle. So do you want to hear about my angelic circle from the horse's mouth, from the unicorn's mouth? Here I am. So I'm just going to get my iPad for this, because there's things that I want to show you. And I always had really had these intentions of going live to camera, and I'm looking so dreadful this morning because I didn't get a very good night's sleep last night. So hence I look rubbish, and I'm not going to show myself on the camera. but my iPad is going to do the work for me. It's going to take the strain. So what is Angelic Circle? Angelic Circle is a 12-month membership where you are going to be part of a tribe of really amazing people. I'm capping it at 100 people, so 100 beautiful souls coming together. You have a choice to do a 12-month full annual membership, which you save a lot of money, which I'll talk about in a second, or you can pay monthly and you can cancel at any time. And what does the membership include? What do you get for this? You know, there's lots of memberships and things going around at the moment, but I've been doing this for 3 years now, so I'm not jumping on any bandwagons. This is something that's very close to my heart, and I like to give it new energy every year and open the doors and let new people in. So we have the whole emphasis of Angelic Circle will be about learning to connect with your angels, with your guardian angel, which is a very important relationship, and with the archangels who you can call upon, or who may be aligning with you because of some important, very integral part of the journey that they are connected with and they can help you with. So we will be learning all about how to read cards for divination, because there's so many different ways to connect with our angels and spirit guides, but card reading, it goes back to medieval times. It's such a powerful way of connecting and to get messages. And so this is about learning to read cards no matter what level you're at. So you might be a seasoned card reader, you might have been reading for years, but there's so many different ways to use the cards. You can use them for literally putting spreads out and interpreting those messages. You can use them to journal, to surface feelings and emotions, and to consider the place that you're at, to work on things from your past, for healing. You can use them for creativity. You can use them to help you to write, you know, if you're doing creative writing or poetry, or if you want a prompt for something, a conversation starter. There's so many different ways you can use angel, oracle, tarot cards. Now, I've never talked about tarot and the meaning of tarot, because I'm not a big fan of traditional tarot in the sense of the scary imagery, like knives being plunged into somebody's body and blood oozing out and all that kind of thing. But tarot is a wonderful tool because it tells a really important story and it contains all these archetypes. So I will be bringing tarot into this, but the nice tarot decks, not the savage older ones that have got this kind of no filter. We'll have filters on. But tarot has such rich meaning, and it's just wonderful for all the things I talked about. We're using angel tarot or the good tarot as tarot decks for every kind of subject matter. So the weekly tutorial where you're going to learn all about how to read cards, so get greater fluency. I'm going to be sharing spreads with you, so this will be templates of here's a really quick and easy reading to do, to interpret the cards and to really get so much meaning from them. So you'll be learning loads of new card spreads, and there'll be lots of downloadables with that. We're going to have these templates to help you to create your own angel, oracle and affirmation cards. So if you did my inner child workshop, if you did my angelic abundance workshop, I created cards that you can print out yourself. So you're going to get some really amazing templates to create your own cards. How cool is that? You would have your own cards personalized in the way that you want them. They're looking, you know, you can put your own backing on them. Well, the only thing I ask is that you don't print them and sell them, because obviously it's my copyrighted material. But, you know, you can have them straight away and just print them out. Or you can draw them out, you know, you can just write them out with a Sharpie pen. It doesn't matter how you do it, but you've got that inspiration. We'll have a monthly Zoom live workshop where you get to meet people. And we'll have special guests, experts coming on as well. There'll be things about astrology, so different aspects of astrology. I was talking about astrology is such a wonderful, fascinating subject, and we tend to think of it in terms of, you know, those horoscopes that you see in the newspaper, or, you know, we go, oh, I'm a sun sign, I'm a Gemini, and there are other really interesting insights that we can learn about, like the south node, the north node. You can learn about your moon sign. Did you know that your moon sign tells you about what kind of mother you have and why you were given that mother, what that mother is teaching you? The sun is about the father, and there's so many different things that I can show you that are very simple astrological tools that give you a greater insight into you, how you tick, your life purpose, even the person that you're meant to be with in terms of a long-term relationship, life partner. Your birth chart shows you so much about that. So we'll dip into that. We'll bring in subject matter experts as well. And we'll also have a tutorial. So the 2 monthly tutorials will be the card reading and all about the archangels. And so there'll be an archangel of the month. Now, what is really great is you get 15%. Woo! And then the Facebook tried to cut me off. You get 15% discount on everything in my online shop for the whole time that you will remain a member of Angelic Circle. Isn't that cool? So 15% is a lot of money. And everything will be in an online learning portal as well as a private Facebook page. Now, Facebook is so clumsy sometimes. It's so hard to find things, in the thread of things. So if you're posting documents and that kind of thing, lots of people are always saying to me, I can't find this video, I can't find this meditation, or can't find this document that you posted. So everything will be in a learning portal for you to access. And of course, you'll have access to me, on a daily basis. So here are the reasons why, that's what you get, but these are the reasons why this may benefit you or appeal to you, is because deepening your intuition means that you can connect with your angels. You can have it's like having a telephone line to heaven. It certainly helped me a lot with my journey, I'll tell you that. And you spend time with your soul. When you spend time with your soul, you create the life that aligns exactly with who you are, who you came to be. When you learn to read angel cards and oracle cards and tarot cards with greater fluency, you can do it for yourself, you can do it for your clients, you can do it for your loved ones, you can charge money if you want to. You can earn money from those skills of yours. You can learn about yourself, your purpose, how you tick, and this could take you on a whole different journey than the one that you're on. And, it's really opening yourself up to saying, when I peel back those layers, who am I? What am I here for? You get to connect with people who are so beautiful. I have found that I've had people signing up for this and people who are already in my Angelic Circle who are just so amazing. Nancy just popped in and she is part of my Angelic Circle, and you are such a beautiful lady. And Colleen's part of it, and Susie Stillwell's part of it, and Laurie's part of it, and Christiane and Nicole. And I can't tell you all the names, but I attract the most gorgeous people into Angelic Circle. I just cannot describe how lovely these people are. And they're all over the world. Go figure that. It's just amazing. And then you'll get the support and the inspiration that you're going to need for taking your spiritual wisdom, if you want to, into a business. So how to ramp up that stuff that intuitively and what you're going to be learning into your own career, or if you want to up your game with your spiritual business, if you want to start a spiritual business or start making money in some way with your spirituality. Now, I've been self-employed for 21 years. I've got a lot of grey hairs, a lot of insight to share with you. I've written 8 books. I've done 1,000 readings in the last couple of years. I've got experiences, and you can ask me anything. So, okay, so normally the membership is going to be £180 for the year, and the monthly would be £20. But there's a special early birds, and only 100 places, as I said, and they're getting snapped up. And I'm not just saying that either. Like people say, oh yeah, be quick, snapped up, but they literally are. So the annual membership is 111, which works out at something like £9 a month. Or you can do the monthly, where you've got control over whether you stay or you go. It's £15 per month. So obviously there's substantial savings on doing it monthly over the year as to doing it annually. And this is what it looks like when you join, when you go to the joining page. So this is the member vault place where we're going to have the online learning portal. So when you tap join now, you've got your 2 options. You've got your 12 months, then you're going to save £69 on that if you register now. Or you're going to have the option for the £15 a month. You're going to save £5 a month, which is a saving of, what, £60 over the year. And you can pay with credit or debit cards, you can pay with PayPal. And so that creates the account on the Learning Portal for you, and then it all opens up on the 1st of September with access to that. So that's how that works. I am going to post a link to that now. Just 1 second. So here is the link. If you would like to join, I would love to have you on board. I'd love you to join all the other amazing souls who are part of this. And thank you for listening, and thank you for watching, and just being part of my journey anyway, because we have the most wonderful people who follow this page, and I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. You just lift my spirits, and you give me a purpose. So I can't thank you enough for that. I really can't. And, you know, I very, very rarely do I have to remove a comment in here. It's usually somebody trying to sell cryptocurrency, or a scammer who's trying to sell your tarot reading. Those are the only reasons. You know, everybody's so respectful, so loving, so positive, so giving. I just feel like we're so blessed to have been guided towards one another, and I thank you for hearing the soul call. So that's all I have to say on that. I wish you a wonderful week, and thank you all so much for being here, and have an amazing day. Lots of love and angel blessings.